Okay, one of the big questions I get asked all the time is how do you set up Bluetooth? Well, I'm on a Windows machine and it may be a little bit different when you get to a Mac. But what I've done is I've opened up my settings in Windows, and you can see that here under Power and Sleep. I've got display, notifications, all of these different things. So I don't see Bluetooth per se, so I'm going to find a setting. I'm going to click in here and I'm just going to type in Bluetooth. So this is Bluetooth and other device settings. Now what I want to do is take a look at everything I have here. I have all kinds of audio and other devices. You'll see I have my old maker, the Joy, in here as well. But I need to set up my new Maker 3. So what I am going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to open up my Maker and I am going to turn it on. And that will make it discoverable. So I want to add a Bluetooth or other device. So I am going to use one of these ones, and it is a Bluetooth. So I'm just going to click here. Couldn't connect, get more Bluetooth problems. So no problems. We're just going to cancel this. And we want to add, oh, Bluetooth is off. Well, that'll do it every time, so I'm going to turn it on. And we're going to add a Bluetooth device. And once again, we'll come here. Make sure your device is turned on and discoverable. It may take a second or two for things to come up. All kinds of unknowns, but look what ended up in the list. And I'm going to click on, I want to click on my Maker 3 here. I don't want this one. I clicked on the wrong one by accident, so let's disconnect that one. And we're going to click on the Maker, and once you click on it, it starts saying connected, and that's all there is to it. Look at this, the Maker 3 is done and it is ready to go. If I scroll down here, right down to my list, you will see the Maker 3 is paired. Now the other issue is, of course, you want to get into Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to open up Design Space. Just going to come over here. I'll just move the window over. Now I've been finding with my Design Space lately that I have had to do this twice. So I'm going to click the X on it and quit. And the next time it comes up, it should work perfectly. And there we go. All right. So I'm just going to click on a new project here because we want to make sure that this is going to work for what we want. I'm just going to add some text, and it's, let's say, happy birthday here. And all I want to do is click here. I want to just change the color. And then it says basic cut. Well, I don't want to cut anything. I actually want to write it. So then I can come back up here to my operations, click the little arrow. I'm going to pick on pen, and I don't want black. So I'm just going to pick on any pen color, say raspberry for now. That looks pretty good. So we've got raspberry, we've got the pen. Now up here is where I'm going to choose my new machine. So now if you take a look at it, it has added other machines here. So we've got the Cricut Maker 3. That looks pretty good. We are simply just going to make it, and I'm just going to put any piece of paper in here. And it's not for a smart cut this time. It's on the mat for any material. That's what we're going to start with, just to make sure our Bluetooth connection is working. And it just shows it here. Now you realize that I can place this anywhere on the mat. I will just leave it up in the top corner because I'm just going to use a small piece of paper to put on a mat. I'm going to click continue. It's going to find it via Bluetooth. And we already have a machine update. And I'm just click on update. And it's going to reboot the machine. Now this is really important when you're first setting it up, that you do a test run of what you're going to do. Now I'm going to take a mat and I'm going to put on my piece of paper while we're waiting for the machine update to happen. So I'll just put this on pause and we'll be right back. All right, it has done its update. That's the first thing that's going to happen for you. Let's just click on continue. Now it says, please connect your Maker 3. Well, we're just waiting for it to connect here, and it is saying here that it's getting the firmware, making sure everything is going to work. Hopefully we don't have another update that goes with it. And it's telling us your machine comes bundled with a collection of free images. To add them to your account, just register your machine by clicking accept gifts. That sounds easy enough. Of course I'm going to accept them. Machine registration is there. Now I've just used a laser paper. Let me just open this up a little bit. I just use a plain laser paper, and I don't see I have that in here, so I'm going to browse all my materials, and I'm just going to put copy paper because that's all I'm using. And copy paper, that looks about right. All right, we are done. Now it's going to ask me to load a Raspberry Pen, and what I have done with my Raspberry Pen, I just happen to have this beautiful pink pen that we're going to use. And all I'm going to do is drop it in here. And it should click right in. That's what we're looking for. That's perfect. We're not cutting anything, but I do have just a piece. I did a little test, make sure that my pen was working. And this is just junk paper that I'm using. And like anything else, you're just going to feed the mat in by pressing on these arrows. There we go. Oh, this runs so smoothly. It is amazing. And we have a little go button. You'll notice that the button is a little bit different on this one. It is flashing, so I am going to push it. And what it'll do, it will start writing, and as soon as it finds the paper, there it goes. And apparently it's supposed to be a lot faster. So let's just see what happens right here. It is finalizing my design. It is quite quick. And then we're going to unload our mat and take a look at this. That is really nicely done. It's so easy now that we're all connected, and that's just one example of what we can do. I've already released the mat, but now over here it's asking me to click on finish. So that is all there is to setting up your machine using Bluetooth on a Windows system.